Good day, everybody. So, our today's video will be something about I think you can relate, and hopefully, you can apply in everyday life, especially as a student. We've been very busy this past few weeks, actually, months, with a lot of schoolworks, and of course, the recent event, the Dance to Fitness, which includes a lot of physical movement and voluntary movement. However, with all of it and how beneficial it is, I still think that it's still important to acquire a proper rest. Therefore, I'll be discussing about the benefits of resting backed by neuroscience explanation, and the three aspects that we'll be tackling about is our body, our mind, and how we interact with others. But before that, I am Jessa and I'll bring a bell for you. By the way, neuroscience anchors all the sciences such as the neurochemistry and experimental psychology that deals with the structure or the function of our nervous systems and the brain. So resting is crucial for a human to function, and with one of the most effective way to actually take a rest is to sleep. So let's proceed with our cognitive or the brain itself. Sleep affects almost every type of tissue and systems in the body, from the heart, lungs, immune function, mood, and disease resistance. But first, we have to understand the anatomy of sleep, which includes parts such as the hypothalamus that acts as control systems affecting sleep and wakefulness. And then within the hypothalamus, there's the suprachiasmatic nucleus, the SCN, which controls your circadian rhythm or sleep cycles. And then the brainstem, thalamus, the basal forebrain, the midbrain, and of course, one of the important part that we're going to tackle is the amygdala. This is an almond-shaped structure involved in processing emotions. So, according to neuroscience, during rapid eye movement or REM, or during your deep sleep, the amygdala processes emotionally charged events during the day or the things that happened in your day in a neurochemically calm state, stripping away the visceral emotional intensity from the memory, which allows the brain to consolidate the information without the overwhelming emotional charge. Meaning, a healthy sleep cycle strengthens this connection with the prefrontal cortex, enhancing emotional regulations, while sleep deprivations disrupt these connections, leading to a heightened emotional activity. That is why well-rested individual can respond to threat more adaptively, while sleep-deprived amygdala is more likely to overact. Again, a sign of a healthy brain. Second, recent discoveries in neuroscience have found out that the brain has its own housekeeping systems called the glymphatic systems, which operate most effectively during sleep. So, in functions by shrinking the brain cells during your deep sleep, the brain significantly expands the interstitial space, allowing cerebrospinal fluid to flush out this accumulated waste that builds up during the day or during the waking hours. And this nightly cleansing is not just restorative, but also a protective function vital for a long-term cognitive health. That is why one of the situations that I can think of as an example of this was, have you ever struggled to solve a problem only to wake up one morning with a solution seemingly appearing out of nowhere? So this is the benefits of sleep's restorative processes or sleep cleansing processes that happens in glymphatic. The glymphatic system flushes out toxins that accumulated throughout the day, and at the same time, the brain engaged in synaptic downscaling, weakening less important connections and then strengthening the important ones. And as a result, this cleans the networks in our brain. That's why the brain is better equipped to focus, retain new information, and solve complex problems after a full night of restorative sleep. So to summarize it all, the calming through the amygdala and the cleansing through the lymphatic systems processes brought by taking a sleep is vital for um, our brain to functions, our body to functions, and for, for an effective social interactions because it cleanses the brain and helps to regulate emotional responses. Ibig sabihin, kapag mas kalmado tayo, your brain won't trigger your fight or flight, which enables you to react accordingly in certain situations, such as in social interactions. Also, kapag you're in need to function efficiently, its cleansing allows you to focus. Meaning it can also increase your confidence to yourself, knowing that you can face or handle situations effectively by having a healthy interaction with others. So before we end this video, I'm encouraging you to take a breath, inhale, exhale, and I hope you find the courage to allow yourself to take the proper rest that you deserve. Bye bye.